Dear black man, can y'all forgive us for getting it wrong? Can y'all forgive us for getting it wrong? Can y'all forgive us for being ignorant and not knowing what to do? Not knowing how to love y'all, not knowing how to support y'all, not knowing how to be there to encourage y'all, giving up on y'all. Can y'all forgive us for that? For taking and playing mind games and just doing the unthinkable. Can y'all forgive us for that? Because we not perfect. We all been played. We all gotta take a L. And once we all take our lick, then we'll be able to really heal.
All right. I want to say just directly and as clear as humanly possible. No, we cannot forgive you. Okay. I want to explain why that is or whatnot. I don't have a warlike mentality when I'm saying this, but we cannot forgive you. All right. There's no forgiveness. Okay. You know why there's no forgiveness is because I'm SYSBM. Okay. I'm fully save yourself black man. All right, that's how I feel about it. To my own detriment, if necessary, it's what has to happen. When I listened to the young lady making her comment, or asking for forgiveness, supposedly, it became readily apparent that she wasn't exactly trolling, but she was quite unaware of the how she was speaking, and basically was like, "Oh, just I want a free pass for all this bullshit that went on." And you don't get no fucking free pass. We don't get a free pass. You don't get a free pass or whatnot. And basically, she was putting all the blame and the impetus on black men to forgive black women for their shortcomings, and for the reign of terror that has occurred on all levels and shit since they were given government set-asides. They ruined our communities, by the way. They ruined them, you know. They paved the way and made it easier. They streamlined white supremacy in America post Martin Luther King and Fred Hampton and our brother Malcolm, you know. They made it, those policies that they greedily stuck their hand in the bowl and took the, took the candy, the government candy. Those policies made it easy for poverty pimps to come in and all type of shysters and shit and malcontents, sexual deviants and criminals to come in here, eat off the community for nothing, and then procreate and recreate themselves ad nauseum. Just getting us in a never-ending cycle of lack. We need to fix our community, and I've already said this before. Like, if nobody was listening, I said that no one's gonna figure shit out until we're on the brink of extinction. All right, as a community, as an ethnic group, and this country has been actively working, especially since the latest administration that's come into power. They've been actively working to dismantle the black community worse than it was in the 50s. Okay, right? So much so that I do consider segregation a short-term problem. A short-term solution to the problem. Excuse me. I do consider that when I considering what's been going on. You know, I think we should separate from the dominant. All right, that's how I feel about it. And as far as the women go, no, we won't forgive you or whatnot. We need to let that fruit die on the vine. There need to be 2 or 3 generations that you guys need to kick rocks over, before we can even come to the metaphorical table that doesn't exist to talk about terms and shit, okay? You guys don't even realize it, okay? Most black people don't realize it in this country that they have been, trained from birth to distrust one another. That's why you have all this nonsense in our community, this infantile behavior. I'm speaking generally across both genders. Okay, right now, it's something you'll rarely see me do on a channel that's mostly a men's safe space. All right, but I got to speak across both genders. We generally do not trust one another. All right, and this is by design, and this is how we were raised up. You know, and a lot of us don't just say not just in single mother households, but in dual parent households. I came from a nuclear family and shit, and I can tell you that like the female contingent of the family mostly these days is stocked full of these the same kind of women I be busting on my fucking channels. Okay, I know they don't even realize when they're being a misandrous or misogynists. And then you got like a lot of weak engineered men that were weak. You know, some of them did grow up in single parent households where one parent, usually the female, was the dominant shit. You get these beta males, you know, not just these overly emotional guys. You get what you probably call a nerd or a geek or something, you know, a geek, you know, that when they were growing up, they were heavily sheltered and certain things were neglected. And that's how you get niggas without no car and shit and a bunch of other crap without the regular survival skills. Don't know what to do with an engine, don't know how to change no oil, don't know how to hardly fix shit. You know, these motherfuckers are tasked, these guys, these victims, they're tasked with rediscovering, learning shit that should have been learned in their preteens to their early adulthood. You know, they're tasked with finding this out by themselves because they're in a single parent household that's geared towards women and shit. So like they get left behind. They get like looked over and shit. They get marginalized and shit. And that's what you black women have been doing, on the whole. Now, if you look around, if you look at today's politics and shit, especially the Blue Party, the Jackass Party, you got a lot of like dominant, the people, you know, who are representatives of the dominant society, and they're flanked by black women. You'll always see them flanked by these black women, and these women are towing the line and shit, fucking us over left and right. And in our community, they don't perceive, now, you know, 2022, they don't even feel the need to hide their disdain and contempt for us. You know, they just treat us like infantile children that they're going to do whatever they want for our best good and shit. You know, anytime you have some asshole coming into your community with a paternalistic, you know, attitude or matronly attitude towards you and not a black person or nothing, that's a fucking racist, okay? No matter what, I'd rather take my shit, the violent shit. I'd rather take the over the top racist and shit. At least I know where they're coming from. But like a lot of this shit was heralded and shepherded by these black women who were only interested in getting their own come up, their own set asides. And that shit trickled down into the welfare and all the other bullshit that we talk about all the time. You know, you said fuck your men. Okay? And then the women, the daughters of you guys and the granddaughters, they were taught to say fuck their men. And now shit is fucked up because you guys aced us off the table. We don't have any clout or any political, apparent political, cachet. Things are now shitty. The dominant feel like they could just X you guys out. And they're fucking your shit up. You don't even realize it. They're erasing gender lines so that you can be a drone. So that you can fall in line. So they can push you in line with the nakers you love to hate. Okay? And what do you think the end result of that is? Shit. It's going to be a whole lot of more Breonna Taylors and Tatiana Jeffersons and Sandra Bland's, to join the George Floyds and some of the other people that have been killed and shit, the Trayvon Martins, all of these guys, even that brother that recently caught 60 rounds out of 90 that was shot at him, and he was hit 43 times. It's going to be a lot of that for you females now. Okay, they give you the money and the assets because they know that they have trained you well, that you will not put that money into the community in any meaningful fucking way. All you do is give us rhetoric and shit, just like that blue jackass party and shit. All you do is give us rhetoric and double talking. That's what the females asking for forgiveness sounded like to us. That's what they sounded like. We don't want to hear that shit no more. We gonna take our fucking community back, and we don't need your help doing it. We gonna take that shit out your hands. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna take that shit. I'm tired of listening. I hate it. There's some channels I can't listen to because I hear Negroes on there begging these women to listen to them. Begging futilely and shit. And you can't. Somebody with a supremacist mindset will never hear you. Okay? I want to repeat that. Somebody with a supremacist mindset, whether they're aware of it or is real subtle, or they don't realize they've been programmed, socially engineered to feel that way, cannot acknowledge that. They cannot take fault or blame. Let's stop being shocked. It's like when I see black people get some racist shit happen to them on the news, they be playing to the camera like, I can't believe in this day and age that this happened. Yes, you can. You're shopping for a ghetto come up. Are you shopping for a ghetto paycheck? Oh, you should get that, okay? And I want us to get our shit back. I want the brothers to take their communities back. And it doesn't take much to do that. All you have to do is save yourself. All right, think of yourself first for once. Don't don't sacrifice your life for shit that ain't gonna fulfill you. Find out who you are. Protect your seed. You know, maximize yourself. No matter what, no matter how you end up. If you rich as hell, you're homeless. Just hold the fucking line. That's all I'm saying. We cannot forgive that. Okay? We're not gonna let it color our experience either. I don't hate you because I don't forgive you for this. I acknowledge that you said it. I understand the context of it, and I will keep going my own way. All right. Now you do you. You do you. You do what a lot of black women do best. You do you. Okay. And if you see us fucked up, nothing, don't reach no hand down. Okay. We need to learn how to rebuild ourselves. We can't take your help from you guys because you guys took the set aside. Okay. You took the shit you took the assignment from Brad and shit, and you plunged the knife in deep. And look at our communities now, okay? Yeah, a lot of niggas out there doing shit, burning this bitch down and everything, but they all of them have one thing in common, okay? One thing in common that makes, refusing your apology necessary. They have one thing in common. The first teacher of the child is the mother. This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.